Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. On this episode of Build Your Own, we're going to build, price, and configure a 2019 Ferrari 812 Superfast, as well as learn about its features, performance, and specs. Before we do, however, I just want to remind you that if you find this build and price review helpful, informative, or entertaining, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. With a claimed top speed of 211 miles an hour, the name 812 Superfast is not mere hyperbole. This curvaceous coupe is packing a 789 horsepower, 6.5-liter V12 under its hood, driving the rear wheels through a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic. An active diffuser and aerodynamically shaped body panels help the 812 Superfast slice through the air with minimal drag and onto its heroic maximum velocity. What's the price for all this awesomeness? More than $300,000, with values likely rising from there. It's almost impossible to talk about the 812 Superfast acceleration without mentioning its name. And yes, its 0 to 60 time of 2.8 seconds is quite quick. What's more impressive, though, is that it ran the quarter mile in 10.4 seconds at 138.6 miles an hour. That's super fast indeed. Now, the funny thing is, the 2019 Porsche 911 GT2 RS is faster still, right? I recently did a build and price review of the 2019 Porsche 911 GT2 RS. I'll put a link with the YSOC package on it. I'll put a link up to that right up here in the corner right now. You can check that video out after you watch this one. Okay, let's jump into this review of the 2019 Ferrari 812 Superfast. Really cool car. I just thought, I don't do a lot of cars like this, but I thought, I just like the way the name sounds, and it's cool. I've highlighted some things so we can kind of focus down on what they're really talking about. There's a new 12-cylinder engine. All right, they put a lot of research and development into this. They exploited Ferrari's track engineers and their engineering and all that know-how, and that's how they came out with this 812 Superfast. Now, this thing is supposed to give you benchmark performance across the board and give you a riveting and rewarding driving experience. I guess it would for $300,000 plus. You would hope that it would. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our build and price review of this 812 Superfast. But before we do that, we're going to learn about its features. They're going to tell us about the design, innovations, specifications, so specs, multimedia. And from there, we'll go ahead and do our configurator and do our build and price review. But before we do that, any of that, let's go ahead and take a look at this photo gallery real fast. So we kind of saw this image just a few minutes ago, but what you didn't know is that this is really a slideshow of 15 images. So let's just go through these real fast. Resolution on these, that one's just okay, huh? That's a nice shot from the back there. That's a pretty shot. So really, we're just going to get some nice aesthetic views. Hopefully they're going to show us, here's one in gray. Hopefully they're going to show us, that's a very nice, I like that in gray. I like the 812 Superfast in that grayish color. We'll figure out what the exterior colors are when we get over to the configurator, or somewhere along the way we will learn all the exterior colors by name. Here's one in yellow. And of course you've got your standard red, not to take away from red. Looks great from the back, huge exhaust tips. They have not shown us one, there it is, they have shown us one interior photo. One, literally, interior photo. So it looks like the 812 has had its output boosted to 800 CV. I don't know what CV means, but we know that that means here 789 horsepower, and apparently that's 60 more CV. I don't know what that translates to in horsepower, more than the 512 Berlinetta. So that makes the 812 Superfast the most powerful and the fastest road-going Ferrari ever built, with the exception of these little, with limited production, special edition vehicles that they build, of course. So now they're ushering in a new era. This 812, because it's the fastest road-going Ferrari ever, etc., is ushering in a new era for Ferrari 12-cylinder history. And it builds on the legacies of that Berlinetta, F12 Berlinetta, and the F12 TDF. And apparently there's a highly evolved transaxle architecture with the front-mounted engine and a rear-mounted transmission. And this should be, I don't know, what's the word I'm thinking of? Controversial, that this is the first Ferrari equipped with electronic power steering. Now that's interesting. All right, let's talk about the design. Refined, essential, excuse me, never excessive. Designed by the Ferrari Styling Center, the new 812 Superfast redefines the formal language of front-engined V12 Ferrari proportions without altering either its exterior dimensions or interior space or comfort. Right, so here's the rough sketch of it. I assume sometime back in the day before thought became things, right? Let's find out. They've got a couple other tabs here. They've got an exterior tab here, and they have an interior tab here. So maybe we might actually learn and see a little more of the interior of this 2019 812 Superfast. So they're going to tell us that the 812 Superfast, the 2019 Ferrari 812 Superfast, has a fastback sleekness to it. A two-box design with a high tail reminiscent of the glorious 365 GTB4 Daytona. Do you know what that is? I'm going to put a picture up to that right now. We need to put a picture up to that for sure. Okay, so here's a picture of a 1969 Ferrari 365 GTB4 Daytona. I just did a quick search, and yeah, so they're saying that this is it's kind of sort of something similar to this, and I guess I can kind of see a little design cues in that. I can kind of see that a little bit. Ferrari has done a really great job with their words. Their copy is really good. Listen to this. The 812 Superfast sumptuously sculptural three-dimensional flanks are characterized by a striking vent behind the front wheels designed to suck high-pressure air from the wheel arches and then channel along the doors. Pretty cool. All right. 4 round taillights inspired by Ferrari tradition. I was just going to say something to that, right? That's pretty cool. It'd be nice if when we went to this other side, this second page, they would have shown like the rear shot of this car so we could actually maybe see the taillight design. That would have been very nice. That would have been really, really nice. At any rate, let's go take a look at the interior, see what they're going to tell us in here. It's basically the same photo that they showed us, so they really don't want to show us much of the interior. I guess they don't really care about that. They care about the outside of the car and apparently the engine. Although they are saying the cabin has been radically redesigned to imbue it with even sportier character. All right, that's pretty cool. What else? They say the ultra-taut surfaces are deliberately layered and broken up to create voids, with the result that the main elements seem to float. It says also the horizontal dash loops stylishly around the central air vents for a sophisticated sculptural, they like that word, yet supremely stylish look that is also a nod to LaFerrari's cockpit. Yeah, I guess it would be. Although, here's a picture of a Ferrari LaFerrari interior. And I guess the vents are round. They're round. So I guess because they're round, and I guess they sort of kinda have that look. I guess that's the nod to the LaFerrari's cockpit, I suppose. Sometimes I think layman terms are better. They say the seats follow a diapason design language. We don't know what that is, and exploit that expansiveness to create an interplay of solids and voids that lend character to the seat and backrest. Why does it have to sound like that? Why can't you just talk normal? Just talk normal. We know the car's cool. Stop acting like you're so cool that you got to talk all up in the clouds. Just talk regular. We'd appreciate that, because we don't know what diapason design language is. On another note, it looks like the seats differ from and contrast with the rest of the interior surfaces thanks to their perforated leather trim, which adds a sporty touch to the new styling. We were going to go over this innovation section, but the innovation section that talks about vehicle dynamics, talks about aerodynamics, and talks about powertrain, they're all videos. And videos don't really work. So we're going to skip over the innovations. But there was a little drop-down section right below that said read more. You might have noticed that, and you might have been thinking, I hope this guy clicks that. And I did. So here it is. It says what? at the development stage, the engineers over Ferrari had a goal in mind, and that goal was to have more power than the Ferrari 512 Berlinetta's V12, right? That's why they have an all-new engine that we already just learned about a few minutes ago. So it looks like they worked on optimizing the intake system of the V12 and the combustion efficiency, and they increased the engine's displacement from 6.2 liters, and now it's a 6.5 liter engine, right? So does that mean the bore and stroke has been increased? They didn't really say that, but isn't that what it takes? At any rate, now the 812 Superfast makes, 789 horsepower, and it makes its maximum torque, which is 718 newton meters. Let's find out what that translates into torque. Let's do that real fast. That's about 529 pound-feet of torque at 7,000 RPMs. And then we can see up there, which I skipped over, apologies there, that right here, it makes that 789 horsepower, right? We know it makes that. That's what they tell us everywhere else we've read. 789 horsepower at 8,500 RPM. And that's a new benchmark for the Ferraris, right? For the Ferrari range, in addition to a specific power output, right? That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. What else? There's a few other things that we should talk about here. Well, apparently, 529 foot-pounds of torque at 7,000 RPM for a naturally aspirated Ferrari production engine is unprecedented, right? A significant 80% of that maximum torque is available at just 3,500 RPM, improving both flexibility and pickup at low revs. I love this word, rapidity. They use that word. How cool. Anyway, the shape of the power curve, which rises constantly all the way to the maximum revs of 8,500 RPM, and the rapidity with which engine speed increases thanks to low inertia, right? It's got a low mass, right? Everything's light. The flywheel's light. I watched a video once where some race cars where their inertia was so light, they didn't even really idle. They would just die because they just didn't have a whole bunch. The flywheels were real light and everything. So that's cool. Yeah, it's going to have a lot of good pulling power. But how is that going to feel on hills, though, with not a lot of inertia? At any rate, let's move on. Let's talk about specs. And yeah, well, it'd be nice if they put the specs in, it wasn't in whatever metrics or whatever this is. I guess we already know what the specs are, 789 horsepower, 8,500 RPM. They've got 2.9 seconds for their 0 to 100 kilometers is, I think, 0 to 62 miles an hour. Let's see if we can hear this engine sound. We'll give it a shot. Otherwise, I guess I'll just edit it out. Let's see. That sounded kind of ridiculous, actually. It just was, I don't know, a bunch of noise. Okay, let's configure our 2019 Ferrari 812 Superfast. It is really, truly a gorgeous looking coupe. I can see why they do spend a lot of time, why Ferrari spends a lot of time having us look at the outside. But the inside is very attractive. I don't know what diapason is. Well, I was looking at upset some tuning fork, but at any rate, let's take a look. Let's do our configuration right now. Very nice configurator. Really, really attractive. Okay, so they've got crazy names for paint colors, of course. The yellow isn't called yellow. It's called Giallo or Giallo or something, Modena. And then we've got their usual reds. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to not make it all crazy. I'm just going to pick some. Oh, they've got quite a few colors, actually. Wow. Look at all these colors. I'm really kind of partial to these little. I like this color. What's it called? Avorio? Let's see what Avorio looks like. It's a historical color, and it's called Avorio. That's pretty. That's quite pretty. The Avorio is very attractive. As I was scrolling, another one grabbed my attention. Which one you think it was? Yep. This one here, Grigio Ingrid. Let's see what that looks like. It's a metallic color. I think I like the historic color a little better. But this one Grigio Titanium is kind of catching my attention. I think this too is attractive, but I could see that other guys are going to be running around with this color. I don't want that color. I'm going with the Avorio. It's kind of creamy, and I just like that. If you watch this channel, and you should subscribe and watch my videos, then you know I'm real partial to like the diamond white tri-coats on Mercedes and on the Cadillacs and that. And so if you know that, then you could see why the Avorio would be something I would be interested in. So that's what we got for our paint work. Yeah, and they've got a special color. I don't really care about that. Looks like a 70th anniversary edition red. Lots of great colors in here. Truly, the black is very nice. Let's see what the black looks like really, really quick. So here's a 2019 Ferrari 812 Superfast in black, and that does look nice. But and on the onset of this video, I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna do it in black. I'm going to do it in black. I'm going to do it in black. And now I'm not. Now we're going to do it in Avorio. Let's change it back to Avorio and then move on. No surprise, Ferrari has all kinds of wheel options. Looking quite good. They're all 20-inch. Some are, they're all 20-inch wheels. They're all 20-inch wheels. And then we also have our brake color selections that we have down here. Let's take a look at a few wheels. I know I don't like these wheels for sure. These diamond polished that's not diamond. No, that's not. These Nürburgring silver wheels. I know I don't like any of those. So we can cancel out these bottom three. I don't feel those. These diamond polished ones are kind of nice. Let's see what they look like. No, that looks boring. Looks very, very boring. Okay, that was a Forge matte gray. Here's the Forge matte gray, the racing wheel. That looks a little bit better, but I'm still not really feeling that. I guess I don't want to really check out the black wheel, but let's see what the black wheel looks like. Actually, you know what? The black wheel is going to look pretty good. The black wheel is going to look pretty good with this Avorio paint color. It's going to really make the wheel pop. Now, what do we want to do for colors? I want the caliper to stand out, so you know I'm thinking yellow. I'm totally thinking yellow. Hurry up, please. There we go. That's going to be a lot of contrast. You're going to have that nice butterscotchy, goldish Avorio. Then you got your black wheel hiding a lot of dirt, I guess. And then backed up with your yellow, standard yellow caliper. Not bad looking. Let's move on to body components. Okay, here we are on body components. And I guess there's only one thing to do. There's carbon, exterior carbon, and the exterior carbon components. Now, clicking this does what? What does it tell us? Hang on. Okay, it didn't tell us anything. What it did was it added a bunch of carbon. I can see it. I can see carbon down here. I see carbon all along the what's the word? The lower rocker panel. I'm sure there's carbon fiber on these mirror caps. I see carbon fiber all up through the front of the grille. So yeah, you got the whole carbon fiber exterior package. I'm sure there's carbon fiber out back. I'm sure the rear diffuser's probably also carbon fiber. Oh, we can see this with night view. Let's check it out. All right, here's my 2019 Ferrari 812 Superfast in night view. That said, let's move on to exhaust pipes. Okay, now we can see a continuation of that carbon fiber. Yeah, and like I said, the whole rear diffuser down here is all carbon fiber. So here's your standard pipes. Here's your titanium exhaust pipes. And that's what they look like. They're kind of toned down hue. And then, of course, let's see what these black ceramic ones look like. And I'm kind of thinking the black ceramic. Yeah, I'm feeling the black ceramic. Keep it all stealthy back there. Stealthy, dark. Right, this vehicle is kind of yellowish, butterscotchy. It's kind of cool. I like it. I'm really, really liking it. Ah, we can finally see the seats. We can finally see the diapason design language of these seats. I gotta let that go. All right, so these are the standard seats. Let's see let's look through all the seats. I'm feeling kind of partial to these diamond ones because I like that kind of stuff. But I want to look at all the seats. What else is there? There's a lot of seats, and then there's colors. Yeah, let's look through all the seats. I want to look through all the seats. Let's do it real fast. Okay, there's the Daytona seats. Cool, but not in this car. I'm not really feeling that in this car. I get it, but no. I don't think I like the diapason design language, actually. The seat's okay. It's just okay. It looks a little odd. At any rate, sometimes, when you're trying to be unique, sometimes taking it too far is taking it too far. The seat looks okay. Let's see what the other ones look like. No, not really. I don't really feel these either. Now, these look interesting. And I wonder if they're comfortable. You see how you kind of your butt sits down really low in the seat, and then your legs kind of come up and over, but you've got all this lateral support. You've got that extended thigh support just kind of built into that. This seat looks actually kind of comfortable. I wasn't really feeling this seat when I was looking at these overall, but this one now, the standard racing carbon seat, looks kind of interesting and therapeutic. These are also nice. But I think I like the other ones better. I think I still like the other ones better. Let's see what these carbon fiber ones look like. Now, these two look promising. These two look really promising. Let's check these out. That's nice. Here's the carbon fiber racing seat. That looks really good. Now, the Daytona seat probably is not going to look any better to me because it's going to have the whole Daytona pattern in the seat. Let's see. Yeah, and I don't like that. See? There it is. I don't like that. I think I like this carbon fiber seat. This carbon fiber seat right here, this is the one. This is the one that's going to work for us. As far as interior is concerned, oh, yeah. Let's see what this Bordeaux looks like. Yeah, kind of burgundy, a little dark. Certainly better than this bright red. Going to play off real nice on our Avorio exterior color and our black wheels and our black exhaust. This car is sporty spice. It is good looking. Okay, now there are interior details. Do we want the carbon interior upgrade? Yeah, we want the interior upgrade to be some carbon on there. Throw that on there. All right, now we got the carbon. I see it all over the steering wheel. I see it around bezels, around these controls. They've got it down the center stack here. It's everywhere it needs to be. I can see it a little bit on the door over there. And then what other details are there? Rev counter options. I definitely want the yellow. Although the red looks nice, but it's not the same color red as our leather interior. So that said, this yellow is going to be the same color yellow as the background of the Ferrari logo. So let's do the yellow rev counter. I find it to be striking. That's what I was thinking. Is that everything? Is there anything else? Passenger display? What is that? What is that? Passenger display. Oh, very cool. So other people that are riding with you can see how bad this thing is throwing down when you're getting busy. That's really, really cool. I like that. I want that. Passenger display, super, super cool feature. Super cool feature. I like that. Super cool for the Superfast. All right, what do we want for rugs here? Standard floor mats or floor mats with embroidered logo. I don't need the floor mats with the embroidered logo. I'm not buying that far in. What about the carpet? Probably going to leave it black. But I want to try something silly just for a minute. This Nouveau Cui, I can't even pronounce these words. Let's just move on. We're going to put this in there. Let's check that. Oh, heck no. That I can say with ease. No. We'll go back to the black. We'll leave the black carpet in there. We won't. I guess the takeaway is if you can't pronounce it, you probably don't want it. Sometimes, anyway. Here's a nice shot of the continuation of all that carbon down the center. And with Ferrari, at least you can be sure that this is the real deal carbon, not all that knockoff carbon stuff that everybody does all over the board, even on expensive cars. I would like to think anyway that this is the real deal carbon fiber. All right, so we've gone through everything. I think all we really need to do is go check out the summary. Okay, here we are at the summary, right? We've totally built. Well, they don't really give us the prices. We know that it's upwards of $300,000 for this vehicle, for the 2019 Ferrari 812 Superfast. Look, they've got a few pictures to go through of everything that all our highlights. How cool is that? Awesome. Car looks hot. I love it. The car looks wonderful. Here's the deal. I downloaded the document. So I downloaded the build summary. So if you like the way that I've built and priced, I guess built and spec'd, I should say, built and spec'd this 2019 Ferrari 812 Superfast, and you want to have this one, you want this one in your garage or as part of your collection, then download the build summary right in the description below. And then when you get the car, email me so I can do a build and price review live of your car. Okay? That's what I want to do. But maybe I might have one by then. Who knows? At any rate, although, you know what? I like the car. I like it a lot. But, you know, for all the money it is exclusive. It is nice. But I still like the 2019 Corvette ZR1. And at the end of the day, it's practically just as fast and has just as much as this. Not trying to upsell that or anything like that. I'm just real partial to the Corvette. I'm going to put a link up to that Vet, and I'm going to wrap this video up. And I will see you, hopefully, on the next video. And if you've watched this whole thing from front to back, you're awesome. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see you on the next video.